getting a little ridiculous around here. As always, I'm surrounded by a pile of go-karts that we have to work on. We've also got some tires to work on along with some ramps. We've also got some racing from when we first got back into the sport a couple years back, where you will also see Preston Sparks get slick out the mouth about my driving. Before we can get to that, we've got to get the mount in this damn seat. Cheers. Let's get to work. As always, I like to get this one seat strut just kind of in place, ready to go. I personally like to run mine further straight up, but I've noticed a lot of other guys kind of push theirs forward a little bit, so that's what we're going to do for this. And I'm going to get it 4.5 inches to the center from the inside of the frame rail, which that's pretty well where we're at. Tighten that bad boy up, and we'll start from there. We got ourselves, you got to start in a corner, people. You can't just start in the front or the back. You got to pick yourself out of the corner. Yeah, I'm up against it right now. I'm up against in the corner right now. That's what we're doing. That's the wrong size freaking socket. That's weird. With this damn seat bar, I guess it's kind of like a wiggy bar. I don't believe you're going to get it no closer than that. This would be a good time to look at that Tricon and see how close he was steering shots. I know on mine, I like to get my seat as far forward as possible, within 1/2 inch to 1 inch from that seat post. With this seat bar, which I will show you now, Racons have this, Tricons don't. But with this seat bar here, you can only go so far. I mean, you're not getting no further forward than that. I feel like I've looked at others and there's usually about 3/8 of a gap right there. So I think we might just snug it up right there and go with it. Let's just set this in the Tricon. I'm assuming this Ashton Johnson, I'm pretty sure is the guy's name. He seems like he's pretty fast, guys. And I'm assuming somebody probably mounted this seat for him, which I mean, hell, he's got a freaking gap right there too. Is that just like that for Phantoms? Is it normal to run 1.5 inch gap? Now it's time for one of you Phantom gurus to drop a comment. That's what we're about to do. Seems like these days I'm running a lot more nose weight than I used to. So I try to get my seat as far forward as possible. That way I'm not just got a load of lead crammed up at the front. We'll just go ahead and snug this about right there. I've got no reason for this location, okay? I'm winging it. There's nothing wrong with being a winger, okay? Look at Ashton Winger. Super successful late model guy, okay? That's how he got there, was being a winger. Give that a little snuggy. Little lock nut action. Lock your nut in, okay? I think we're gonna do something like that. That seems natural. We can work with that, people. We can work with that. I tell you what, I've worked in some pretty wild places, especially when I did construction. There was one particular time I was working at University of Florida.
Crikey! Stand back, John. Have a go at the size of this beauty. I got him, mate. Stand, don't.
At the physical plant is what they called it. Very interesting place. Well, anyways, I was in the shitter in there one day. I mean, I wasn't in the shitter. I was actually at the urinals, but I was using one of the commodes, more or less, what I was doing. And this guy walks in and he starts taking a piss right beside me, which was already awkward enough because there's like literally 8 urinals. I'm the only one in there and he come stand beside me. He's kind of a bigger guy too, so it was a little intimidating. Didn't know ex-con or something. You never know what's going to happen there. I have no soap, thank God. It's nothing to drop. I was having a little trouble getting my piss going. As this guy's taking a leak, I finally get around taking a leak. He leans on over. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Kind of awkward. Really awkward. When he looks right at me and he says, I don't care who you are, farts are funny. And just walked out and didn't say another word to me. Something I'll never forget. And I guess he was kind of right. Farts are kind of actually pretty funny if you think about it. I do not like that seat bar, I'll be 100% honest with you. Not one bit. So my seat, I'm 9 3/8 inches from the top of the axle to the top of the seat. But I also don't have a lot of chest on me. Honcho has quite a bit of chest on him, so we're gonna go a little bit different with his. We're gonna go around 9 inches with him. This is aggravating. I do not like that stupid seat bar. I'm Wiggins, I love you, man. Big fan of what you do. I'm sure there's a reason for that seat bar, but I'm not a fan of it. It's very critical on these seats. I've mounted enough adult seats that I've pretty well got it figured out for the most part, but a damn seat mount will make or break your racing program. So a lot of people just usually let the pros do it. I'm not a pro. At least I don't think I am. There's others that would disagree and say I am, but I don't know what freaking planet they're on. We'll find out June 6th. That's for damn sure. I mean, that looks, maybe I am a pro because that looks beautiful. Now, I've been told on these Chavis Pro seats for your standard adult, you want about 9 1/4 from the top of the axle to the top of the seat. So crazy to me because I used to run as low as like 8 1/2. So we're gonna go 9 1/4. I got like mine 9 3/8, which like I said, I'm a little lighter in the chest. Let's check that deuce over there. I don't know who the hell mounted the seat in that thing, but I bet it's more like 8 1/2. It is, but that's also a different seat, which could mean these Pro Series seats just have a little bit taller back to them. Man, this is gonna be fun getting this one on there. It's like either cock it way forward, which I definitely don't like. Yeah, it's gonna be our number right there. I'm happy with that. I'm so happy that we'll go ahead and pre-drill our next side. They say older women make good lovers. They wrote a song about it. So there's one thing I can say. When Honcho had his wreck at Fruitland, I'm just here to tell some of you dads out there, there wasn't a mom at the track that didn't come check on him. Honcho, so glad you're okay. I mean, all over Facebook, it kind of made me jealous a little bit. It's kind of crazy, man. Gotta love go-kart racing. Let's go and drill this hole. That's when Honcho would say, don't worry, Honcho's gonna be okay. Let's see here, let's move this baby out the way a little bit. Older women make good lovers. And that's 9 1/4. I think I can live with that. One of these sons of bitches took my wrench. And y'all threw it over here on the ground. I really don't like how we couldn't have got that any closer than that. Bada bing! Our seat's done. Which means this go-kart is pretty well done and ready for some skeleton. It's that time. It's the question of the day, and this question of the day is brought to you by no other than ChopHouse Titanium. Now, let's go on with that question. All right, let's see here. This question of the day is asked by Blood Money Racing 7032. He asked, hey, I have a question for you. Well, no shit. Just kidding. I am from up north Burris land, which I know nothing about, by the way. Okay, I'm from the South, the greatest part of the United States of America. Everybody knows the South is better than the North. Our women's prettier, our racing's better. Just everything's better in the South, just getting that out there. I am off a couple tenths. Might be because I'm 62 years old running against these young scallywags, but I think I'm just missing something. Looking for anything that might gain a bit. My cart handle's great, but I'm just off a little. I seem to be getting beat off the corner. Any words of wisdom? Yeah, I've got some words of wisdom for you, Blood Money Racing. Mothballs. Drop a couple in your gas tank. You're gonna pick up a tenth or two, I can guarantee it. Now, you might burn the rings and the piston slap out of it, but hell, as long as you get a win, who gives a shit? God bless. Thanks for the question. Be sure to email me at superdupersouthern@gmail.com to get some free merchandise. Now, let's get back to the show. We're doing some tire sanding. We potentially got some Vega racing coming up, so I don't want to really buy too many more Vegas. We've got like 15 sets of old Vegas. I'm just trying to resurface some of these Vegas. Super Duper 20. Schedule 400. Gotta put that chin power. Pressure switch engaged. Bada bing. We haven't decided what we're doing yet, but what I do know, they got a load of Vegas. Vegas all right there, Vega right there. These are all Vegas right there, some more Vegas right there. Hell, there's a couple more Vegas right there. But we also got some Maxxis stuff. We got some Maxxis stuff right over there. Dylan don't give a shit. I don't know. I mean, look at that fiberglass. I let them mess with their tires because James Todd's so temperamental on his tire prep. Let me tell you something. They ain't been prepped in 2 weeks, James. Tighten the hell up. You got to prep these tires. Y'all know this. They don't be listening to me about these prepping the tires. You got to at least prep these tires once a week. Now, my collection of Maxxis tires. 2 new sets. That was actually getting rolled for, I'm actually sorry, 3 new sets. All 3 sets is brand freaking new. These tires were originally rolled for the Mach 6 deal. That would have been June 6th. I had a 6-week, a 4-week, a 3-week, and I had a 2-week at the house. And I ain't mounted on the wheels yet, but let me tell you something. Here's one of your problems with go-kart racing. Here's a short rant for you. Let's plan a race, okay? Let's plan what you call a Pro Series race. They had the Mach 3 Pro Series race. It's going to be a super big race. It's going to be at Alma. June 6th, got canceled till like September 18th or some shit. The problem with that is, yeah, it's a good thing they canceled it ahead of time rather than getting people to the track, even though we got a beautiful weekend. I don't even really know what the reason for canceling it was. But ultimately, it screws little guys. And that's why they call it a pro series. Because just like any big series, in my opinion, it is catered to your superstars of go-kart racing. I mean, they can dislike it, they can get mad at me for saying it, but all you sons of bitches knows it's true. Every son of a bitch at the go-kart track knows it's true. We cater to these big dogs. We cater to the people that make a living go-kart racing. I don't know why go-kart racing isn't growing. I don't know why it's became generational, where each generation just runs go-karts and new people aren't coming in. It more or less screwed me. I'm not even mad about it. I'm not pointing fingers at nobody that runs that deal, but it ultimately screws people like me, because you got to think 180. These tires now are 6 weeks old this week, because the race was this weekend. What do I do with them? There is a race at Callahan this weekend we could go to. That's Maxis. I am still thinking about doing that over to Vega, just simply to burn up a brand new set of tires on the Saturday night race, which is fine. Just the point, we're in a screwed up spot in go-kart racing. It's not just about that one race, but we're in a tight spot. I got it off my chest. If that offended you, I'm sorry. I don't typically give a rat's ass, to be 100%. And I'm still going to go to this next Mox 3 to reschedule, whenever it's going to be. But it still chaps my ass. Now we got to get back to the singing and stuff. I wasn't emotional. I mean, I'm just a little sensitive when it comes to my tires, okay? Y'all heard what Todd Miller says. You put a lot of work in these sons of bitches. Treat them almost better than your children. Come out here every night, you check on them. Every morning, you freaking check on them. Every day at lunch. Okay, you don't even eat. You don't sleep or nothing. You just mess with these tires in your spare time, so it pisses me off when I don't get to run them. But we do have a chance we're going to run these this weekend, which is fine, because it puts me still in pretty good shape. Got ourselves a re-rolled 3-time tire. She's a little soft, punching like 53, 50, I'm sorry, more like 47, 48s. We got ourselves 6-weekser, okay? We got ourselves a 5-weekser, okay? And we got ourselves a 4-weekser. So really, we're sitting pretty good here. Give or take, Grandpa Phil's going to run this 6-weekser. So we got to take care of him. You know what I mean? And I'll probably run this, I'll probably start off on these 5s and end up on these 4s. Middle of the week, we're just now messing with them. That's the biggest problem. I just got off the phone with that Donnie's over that Georgia Racing chassis. I say, Donnie, how's old Clarence Claymore doing? He's like, what the f are you talking about? Anyways, then I got on talking to him about this chemical, this black edge, this yellow crush. It's just kind of like a conditioner. This, y'all seen, we use this between this and the Firewater, the Dragon's Blood. It's like 50-50. If it's like a good Saturday night race, I tend to like the Dragon's Blood pretty good. If it's a good like bit up racetrack, I tend to like the black edge pretty good. And what we're going to this weekend, weather permitting, it's going to be a good bit up racetrack. Just kind of had some questions for him, kind of picked his brain a little bit. I'm trying to build, I guess what you could say, a friendship with that Donnie's. That's how you got to say it. If you call up there, say, is Donnie there? Ask him if he's seen Clarence Claymore. He's not going to have a clue what you're talking about. Neither do you guys, but I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't think it's funny. Middle of the week, we're going to try to get a few wipes in these this week, kind of tend to them. Couple sets have been trued up, more or less, not, I wouldn't say cut, but y'all seen this in the past videos, kind of square these things up. So with them being trued up and seen, they're going to take chemical pretty easy. Don't believe I'm going to re-roll anything. At first, I was thinking about re-rolling my 6 weeks, and I know this confuses y'all. See the Facebook post. I sound like a crazy person. Maybe I am a crazy person. Have you smelt these chemicals? Man, I've been breathing this in since I was 12. I'm 35. You do the math. I probably got some burn up cells in my brains, in my arms, in my legs, in my mind, in my chest. I love it. And I think there's gonna be some money on the line this weekend, so can't bitch too much. The tires I thought were completely wasted, I think we will actually get to use and maybe have some good runnings. We still have one new set we ain't even rolled or nothing yet, so I'm glad I didn't jump the gun on those, even though I would like to have a 2-week as well, but you know, you don't always get what you want, okay? Keep in mind, this is not something I wipe every week, so don't think that I'm wiping black edge every week as a conditioner. Most of the time, it could be anything from Firewater's got a good conditioner, About used it up, Hot Lap, Yellow Crush, Palmetto Clear, which as far as I'm concerned, Corner Speed. I think they're all about the same damn thing. And I don't think it makes a damn whether you use this or that or this or that. I think it's just more of keeping some life in the tires at the house on rainy months when you're not racing. Now, when it comes World 100 time now, I don't think y'all won't see me break out that Hot Lap and put about 30,000 coats in the tire. Okay, I'll do the Tony Gaylord. I'll do it. I'll wipe it 15 times at the house the night before I head out the crossroads. I'm just guessing that he would do that. You hear stories at the racetrack. Anytime somebody goes to talking about some of the greats like the Millers, the Gaylords, the daggum Wiggins, or the daggum Knopfs, or the daggum Knowles, or the daggum Connells, or the daggum Molasses, I always try to chime in and listen, because them sons of bitches have won some races, and I want to outrun them. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time. What time is it? Crosshatch! Crosshatch! Crosshatch. That's exactly what you want, ladies and gentlemen. Only because time's gonna be limited. And probably this set right here is probably gonna be my race set. Okay, like this is probably gonna be the money set, which means what I'm gonna do. I'm all jacked up on Big B energy. Means what I'm gonna do here. Very simple calculations. Let me put this in layman's terms for you, or layman's terms. Tatum's terms. Crosshatch. We're pretty much just gonna get a good scuffing on these, and we're gonna put these bitches in the rack. He's gonna be our little side bitches, I guess you could say. These bitches gonna be up on the side of the trailer. Ain't nobody gonna know about them side bitches over there. Kind of keep those kind of hush hush, you know what I'm saying? The side bitches, though, we're gonna ease on over there when no one's around, though. We're gonna wipe them side bitches down. And then at the end of the night, when your main bitches done fell off, you put on them side bitches. Shit. Turn 5 in no time, baby. Victory lane. How you doing? How you doing? The more I mess with the junior stuff, I haven't started messing with juniors until this year, helping the juniors out. They definitely seem to like a thin re-rolled tire. Almost to the point where, like, let's just say you're running the adult heavy class and you're gonna take yourself a 3-week 90cc tire. For a junior, I would think you would want something like a tire that was rolled 90cc's a month ago, you know, obviously cut down, maybe ran once, then re-rolled the week of a month later with another 50cc. That's just my personal preference. I think like that would be a good junior tire. Give or take, this isn't extremely ideal because they were originally rolled a month ago, but our inside is fairly aggressive. Not like goat piss aggressive by no means, but it is fairly aggressive. And, you know, we'll make up for it by wiping, like I said, just wiping the absolute dog shit out of them this week. I should probably go and write down the dates on these too. Right beside our original date. I'm going to do all of them. That way we can keep up with it. To my personal stuff, I don't like to put the dates and how much, just because people are known to come looking. So usually what I'll do is I'll just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and just number my sets, and I have a notebooks, okay? In that notebook, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And I'll have like the original date it was rolled with how many cc's, how many times that tire's been ran, when it was re-rolled, and just makes it work me a little bit secretive. It's like I could roll up to a grid with a brand new set of tires. At least they look brand new. Technically they're brand new rubber, but little do they know, maybe they was rolled a month ago, maybe they was rolled this week, maybe they were rolled a month ago, then scuffed and re-rolled that week. And they look inside like little peeping Toms. I don't like that they gave that name to Tom, by the way. It really does chap my ass. Why has it got to be peeping Tom? Why can't it be a peeping John? Okay? Why can't it be a peeping Bill? Unbelievable. Brian Green Racing's calling me right now. Little does Brian Green Racing know we're doing YouTube videos right now. We ain't got time to answer him. If you look into the rookie class, all the Chavis kids, you've got Henderson's kids, you've got just all this, just the little greens, you got just everything is just seems like their pops race go-karts. There's not too many kids that are just legitimate first generation. You might got one little Casing kid, Tough Casing. Y'all remember Tough Casing? He was first generational, but you don't see many of them. Why is it that a sport like go-kart racing, which is supposed to be the most affordable form of racing that you do on Saturday nights, why is it not drawing in new people? You know the problem? Go to a day race. Go to any go-kart race. We have became so dependent on money races that that's all we got now. You know, back when I was a kid, you had to win, like it respectfully, you needed to win at least 2 season worth of point series at your local track. And then you would go to the state race and you'd go thinking you're good. You think you're the bomb.com and you're going to go up the state race, your first state race, and you're going to kick ass. Well, guess what? Michael Taylor's there. Tyler Wright is there. Dirty Kurt Chapman. You've got some studs and they beat your ass. They wax your natural born ass. And you usually put your tail between your legs and you went back to the house. I ain't never going back to state racing. I'm gonna stay right here at Maxfield Motor Speedway and I ain't never run a state race again. For now, you go to a state race. What is there? 6, 7 go-karts in a kid class? Of course your kid can go out there and win a state race. There's like 7 of you. What I'm saying is used to a state race, big racing, and even then you didn't race for money. It was a leather jacket. You would spend all that money, a leather jacket. But there would be 20, 30 go-karts and every single class. Like it was a big, you won a state race, it was a big deal. Hell, even when ELs was out, I mean, we were drawing in every class at least 15 go-karts, and that was still kind of a big deal. Like, where have we went so far south that a damn Florida State Series race can draw about 7 go-karts? Might not even have a junior 1 class, or might not even have a rookie class. It's gotten so pathetic. Rookie fortunately does seem to me like it's growing, but like junior 1, it seems like it's almost like it just skipped the generation. Was it COVID? Did COVID do it? Where's the problem lie? Is it the promoters? Is it the economy? What's the problem here? Hell, I don't know. I just know I've been talking long enough and I've got to get back to work. It's so hard to get motivated. It is hot as balls in Florida right now. So excuse me. I've ordered so much crap in the last couple weeks trying to get go-karts ready, and it's got to be an axle for Rylan, my daughter's go-kart. Should be an axle and a spindle if I'm correct. This stuff comes in handy. It's packaging right here because I like to cover my tires with it. This shop's not insulated. I do think it helps keeping moisture off the tires. Look at there. Junior spindle. Y'all might not know this or not, but the newer Chargers, they require a junior left front spindle. 7.5 degree. I have ran like an 8 degree on my Premier. I'm assuming the adults probably got more like a 10 degree. Typically in go-karts, newer style go-karts, you'll have a 10 degree on the left side and anywhere from a 15 to 18 degree on the right side and like a 10 degree on the left side for adults. So I guess with the juniors run less degrees in the left front is kind of ideal. I did get some stuff from that Dornies as well. I know I probably drive that dude's nut, but I really enjoy calling up there and picking his brain. What do you think about this Dornie? I've used this stuff before. I only gave it like 1 or 2 shots, but both times I used it was really good. And talking to him, he's got 2 different insides, an aggressive and like I guess a less aggressive. And he recommends for me my driving style, the aggressive. That's why we got her. We're super excited. We gotta cut some junior tires. I like to take this rasp and get it square before I do anything else. Let me give y'all a little closer view here. I feel like a lot of people are curious about this stuff and I don't get too much fine detail. Let me clean it off a little bit for us. This is the first step, so ignore the roughness. But as you see, these tires usually got a hump. They hump up, hump up. As you can see, all I did was cut that hump out of it on both sides. And if you turn it on, you can see for the most part, it rolls pretty true other than the wheel being possibly slightly bent. You also see I did not touch these corners. I may have grazed that one a little bit, but realistically, I do not touch the corners because that's where your meat is. I see a lot of people online posting their videos of sanding tires, and it kills me. Like, I understand Burris, Vegas, some are different, but when it comes to a Maxxis tire, and I'm sure like a lot of these, it's hard for me not to think this is every tire. You go to grinding on that corner, you are killing yourself. That is where all your bite is. That's why whenever you run a tire, you'll see it wears out. For instance, it'll wear out on the inside. See how it's rolling that corner? So when you cut that meat off, that section of meat right there, all you're doing is taking all your corner off the tire, which is all your bite is. That, you're not trying to cut that off. You're legitimately just trying to get some rubber off the top surface of the tire and get it true as possible. You go to grinding, keep a tire cool. Don't grind cornered all the way to corner. Leave them corners alone and just get that center section. All you're doing is lowering this down to get your contact patch closer to your corner. Maybe I'm wrong. Chances are I am, but not normally am I wrong. Normally I'm pretty close to right. They might say I'm wrong. These sons of bitches don't know. Also, with this being a junior tire, not only am I gonna finish it out, I'm gonna start off with 80 grit and I'm gonna cut more off of it all the way across because I've already got it square so I can go all the way across this thing. Same deal, not corner to corner, probably like ½ an inch off. A lot of people will measure it. I don't even really measure it. Kind of just go till I see where I like it. And I'm getting pretty close. I think I'm already there. Give y'all an idea what we look like after our 80 here. You can kind of see our dots there. We took quite a bit off, but now we can't race it. That's obviously too rough. So now we're gonna clean this up. As you can see, we still got our corners. You can actually see the dots. I kind of judge them dots right there, and that's kind of where I try to start at. And I stay off that from dot to dot. See, I got a little close on this one, but that's still plenty safe enough. Either we're gonna finish this thing out and start getting chemical in it. Bada bing. Got them completely cut. We ain't got a wipe in them. That pretty much puts us in a state where, as far as all our Maxxis stuff goes, all we need to do is just wipe those the rest of the week. Like I said, going here, taking some 4s and some 6 weeks. Would love to have a 2 week, but that's not on hand. And we're probably gonna wipe them bitches about 4 to 5 times. And they should be good for this mid to day race. I don't really know what the hell you call it. The last few times Callahan has ran, the track has been super awesome, super fast. So as long as I can get them around 48.50 in about all divisions, I think we're gonna be pretty square. That's the number I go for my durometers, 48.50. Now I might take myself a nappy poos, wait for the crew to get here and work on this chassis shit we got to work on. And let me tell you, there's a lot of shit to do. Cheers. couldn't.